Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. Got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical-grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician, who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
Killer had an obsession. Lisa Brady, Fox News, as they investigate the deadly church shooting in Minneapolis.
The shooter was obsessed with the idea of killing children.
Acting U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson says hundreds of pages of writings also reveal a hatred of nearly everyone, including Black, Mexican, Jewish, and Christian people, but not one group.
The shooter idolized some of the most notorious school shooters and mass murderers in our country's history. I won't name them, just like I won't name the shooter. They don't deserve to have their names remembered.
Police say they have not yet been able to speak with the shooter's mother, who used to work in the parish where the killer used to attend Mass and school. 2 young students were killed, 15 other children and 3 adults injured in the attack. Minnesota's governor today sending state resources to boost public safety around schools and places of worship, and saying it's also to let the people of Minneapolis know they're not alone. As the U.S. pushes for peace, Russia launches another heavy aerial assault on Ukraine.
President Trump was the capital city overnight.
These are 2 countries that have been at war for a very long time. Russia launched this attack on Kyiv, and likewise, Ukraine recently dealt a blow to Russia's oil refinery.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says President Trump is still seeking a peace agreement.
But perhaps both sides of this war are not ready to end it themselves.
Earlier this month, President Trump said a meeting between the leaders of Ukraine and Russia was in the works. So far, that has not come together.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Iran condemning a move by France, Germany, and the UK to begin snapback sanctions over its nuclear program. Iran's foreign minister calling that unjustified and illegal. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the U.S. welcomes the move, but remains available for diplomatic engagement. America is listening to Fox News. The vice president visits Wisconsin for a campaign-style event at a steel...
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
Fabrication plant.
Vice President J.D. Vance said the Big Beautiful Bill allowed Americans to keep more of their earned money and incentivized companies to make more products here, but that no Democrats supported the legislation.
We're a little early for campaign season, but in a couple months or maybe about a year, you're going to start seeing television advertising.
Featuring Democrats explaining that they rejected the bill in defense of health care.
Find yourself somebody who loves you as much as national Democrats love giving health care benefits to illegal aliens.
He was asked by a local reporter if Wisconsin should expect National Guard troops to be deployed to a city like Milwaukee. Vance said the president would like governors to first ask for the help. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
A New York City protest led by the Reverend Al Sharpton accusing President Trump of targeting black mayors with a crime crackdown, also claiming there's racism in ending diversity, equity, and inclusion policies.
This march was in the financial district of Manhattan. They are trying to call out American companies that have rolled back their DEI practices.
Fox's Brian Yennis. An Oscar winner has an artificial intelligence controversy.
Will Smith is under fire for allegedly using AI to fake a crowd. In a new music video, the 56-year-old star posted a clip on YouTube showing him performing his song, You Can Make It, to a packed audience, but fans quickly pointed out some strange distortions in the crowd with melting faces and bodies that didn't move right. One fan wrote, pause at the sign that says from West Philly to West Swiggy. Look at these faces, bruh. They're literally melting. Others slammed the Men in Black actor for using AI footage of crowds, calling it equal parts embarrassing and hilarious. Smith captioned the post, my favorite part of the tour is seeing you all up close. Thank you for seeing me too.
Fox's Michelle Polino. I'm Lisa Brady. This is Fox News.
It's Will Kane Country. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday at foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss the show. Listen and follow the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. The rhythm and soul in so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rocks on to feel the soulful flow. Look right on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight we face. Outside meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Are you ready? Can you handle it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But now it's Friday. Good morning, Marianas. Holy cow, 7:45. It's Friday, baby. It's Labor Day weekend. We are just moments away from the weekend. In fact,
Tell your boss I gave you the approval. Take the rest of the day off. Don't come in until Tuesday. Whatever your job is, just tell them Brad said it and you're going to be fine. Fun fact, no you won't, you'll probably get fired. But still, I hope you could take the day off. It would be a lot of fun because we can all go out, we can start day drinking together, and it'll be a lot. I mean, why not? I can already smell the faint wafting of barbecue in the air. People are getting ready for this weekend. It is Labor Day. We couldn't even watch softball last night. The tournament didn't get started. It's going to get started today, though. If it stays like this, we are going to be in great shape because it's beautiful outside. Oh, my God. I hope we get this thing going. I mean, look at it. We're already off to a great start. Today's the day. At least today started just like this, and so we're going to be ready to go for all this stuff. I'm super excited about it. I know you are, too. And so we're going to get going this morning for a Good Morning Marianas. We're going to tell you all about what's happening with news, sports, weather, traffic, and all that other stuff. You just got your start of the day with the news update. So about national. We'll get to the local stuff here in a second. Right now, let's talk a little bit about weather. Right now, it's perfect. It is the perfect Marianas day. 82 degrees outside right now. Humidity's a little high, but it's still early. We got time. It'll come down. It's 88% up there at the Saipan International Airport. We're looking at some nice breezes. There's a chance it's going to rain today. I know, but don't let it rain on your parade. We're looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy, partly sunny, a high near 86, and a nice breeze. Tonight, it's supposed to be exactly the same without all that sunshine. And then tomorrow, same thing as today. It looks like they just copied and pasted how it's supposed to be. The only thing is, Sunday looks like it's actually going to be a little bit more rainy. It says scattered showers and thunderstorms. And it says showers and possibly a thunderstorm. So 80% chance of rain on Sunday. So we got that going for us. That's what's going on. All right, but at least it looks like right now we are good to go for as of this morning. As long as we keep that breeze coming and that sun stays out, hopefully the fields will be playable. We were sad to see it last night when the message came in that they weren't going to be able to play. It said afternoon coaches just got word from Susupi staff that Tongay and Tonko are unplayable for today, and Capitol Hill was also unplayable. So they had to cancel the games yesterday for Susupi and Capitol Hill. They're going to try and figure it out. Remember, it's not rain or shine. They can't tear up the fields. It would be miserable if they did. Even though there's teams coming from out of town, safety is the main concern, and not destroying what little fields we have on island is also important. They thanked everyone for being patient, and they said they'll keep getting you guys updated. That's awesome. Yeah, Bruce, he's like, hey, boss, the news said there's no work today. Yeah, you could try it, but, if your boss is like, well, that's what Brad said, so go ahead. I can stand behind it. I think that's a great idea. I think it's a tough one to explain it, but there's no if you just don't show up to work today because you said Brad said, you say Brad who? It'd be the first question. The second question, well, who is Brad? That's going to be the second one. For sure. All right. Hey, we do have a good show today. We always have a decent show, but today's going to be good because we got folks from Fish and Wildlife coming in at 8 o'clock this morning, and we're excited to have them roll in here also. We're also going to get you caught up with everything that's happening with traffic because you're out there on the roads right now. So let's take our first look at the mean streets of Saipan. That's right. There is traffic all around us. Let's zoom all the way back and take a look. Tinian looks perfect. Saipan, mostly good getting around the island today. Everybody in the north is pretty good. Everybody in the deep south is good too. But let's take a look at some of the roads at the intersections that give you a little bit of a headache. Over there in Garapan by the pickleball courts. Ooh, have we stopped calling them tennis courts yet? But the pickleball and softball courts, folks have been waiting there for a while trying to get north, but that's nothing new. Folks going south, though, when they get past Shirley's, getting hung up at the light over there. And on Beach Road in Garapan, once you get by the Bank of Guam. Whose bank? My bank! Bank of Guam. It's it does slow down, especially when you get over there by the TSL Plaza for sure. It is definitely slowed down over there. Not sure what's happening. Likely. Oh no, that's over there by the old DFS and the light there. That is just people backed up in traffic all the way back to Sorrenti by the old Bubba Gump, all the way down to Ete Cafe, Plumeria Steakhouse. It is slow. So if you tried getting through quickly, better luck next time. Try a different way next time. Anyway, Middle Road, it's pretty good over there in Garapan. Nothing too slow. Over there by the museum, it's a little slow as well. Probably folks trying to make that left-hand turn, getting hung up at that light, not so bad. But when you start getting past the Gualo Ryan light by the courthouse, that's when things are slow in both directions. That to me screams school bus. And by the way, don't be that guy. Make sure that you are stopping and not trying to pass around a school bus. You're going to end up squishing a kid, and you're going to be hated by everybody for the rest of your life. Don't be that guy. And you're going to be feeling awful too. So, but that's it right now. All the way from the Gualarai intersection, going down past Pizza Hut. It's all slowed down over there. So that's what you're going to get. It is very slow, and that's going to be because I'm telling you, it's a school bus. Over there by Sushi Spot. Oh my God, I love going there. It's so good. It's a little slow as well. Continuing our way south. Either side of Quartermaster Road's a little slow. You can see Beach Road and Middle Road as people get hung up on those respective lights right there. How about where the intersection matters, where connections matter? Over by I-10E, not too bad. It's a little bit slow for folks who are trying to make their way down to Beach Road. And the folks who are trying to take a left to head up the hill, it's a little bit slow, but not too bad. Out behind us, looking good. You can see in the camera for me, I can see that it's going pretty good. But here on the map, it looks pretty sweet also. Heading down south because when you start getting around this time for high school, that's when they're starting to let in. And school starts at 9 o'clock. Oh, my God. Can you believe 9 o'clock? You get to sleep in as a high school student. What the heck is that? How is that preparing you for the real world? Well, it makes us less stressful. You better get stressed now, baby, because you're going to work next year. All right, anyway. Heading over there by the post office, by the light over there in CK, it is definitely backed up. People trying to get through. They're probably on their way to try and get some coffee and some tasty stuff over there at Great Harvest. It's so much better than Good Harvest and beats the heck out of OK Harvest. Great Harvest. They got good stuff over there. A little bit of traffic over there by Chalampiao Mobile as folks are trying to get their way over there to Hopwood Middle School. All right, Monsignor Martinez looking pretty good, unless you're trying to get to Shell Dan, and then you're going to get a little on again, off again, all the way over to the intersection. Same with NMC. Both sides of the light, a little bit of a delay. People probably taking selfies out in front of that beautiful new student center that's going to open up later this year. Also, a little bit of traffic for the kids on their way to San Vicente Elementary School, the home of the Canaries. Well, it would definitely help traffic if they could actually fly to school, but they're not letting you do that, at least not anymore. I mean, you used to be able to take your helicopter over there to that softball field, but, you know, yeah. So there's that. All right. Capitol Hill softball field, there's no traffic over there. You know what's great about that? That's where a lot of the games are going to be happening this weekend. Looking good. All the way down in Puerto Rico on Middle Road, things are looking good. And then slowing down again when you're getting in front of the border on American Memorial Park. And that's your first look at traffic this morning. Of course, you don't have to look at traffic at all. You could be buried in your phone the whole time and not even paying attention to the road. And why? When you're driving? No, but the thing is, you don't have to drive because you can take the Blue Line with Transit CNMI. Transit CNMI, they're providing folks with a brand new lease on life. That's right. All those things that people used to do, like, I can't make it to work. I can't get a ride. I can't do anything. Well, now, if you end up getting with Transit CNMI, it's going to rock your world because they could take you all over the place on the Blue Route, and it's going to continue expanding as we go on. They've got travel all up and down Beach Road, and they'll get you there pretty soon. It's going to go all the way up north as well with the green line, but right now the blue line will get you all the way to the college and connecting folks all over the place. And the good news is it's only $2 to get anywhere you need to go. Students, veterans, active duty military, Manamco, disabilities, you only got to pay $1. That's right, just $1. It's 50% off for you folks. Hey, that's me too. All right, I'll take it. All right, hours of operation, well, that's pretty good too. Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. That's enough to get you to work and a little bit of play. And on the weekends and holidays, they want those drivers to play too, so they change the hours. 6:30 in the morning till 8 p.m. You got to give those drivers some love. They get to be out there too. Make sure you pay an exact change. Don't go out there slapping down Hamiltons like you're running the world unless you're going to be paying for a whole bunch of people. Pay an exact change. You got a question for the folks over at Transit CNMI, CODA, give them a call, 236-2682. You can save yourself a lot of questions too just by going on their website. You can actually see where those buses are all the time. You can see right now the southbound one is over there in Koblerville and the northbound one is all the way in Garapan. And then there's one midway at the old AK. It's not in service. It's just hanging out in case one of the other ones has an issue so they can jump out and get you where you need to go really fast. That's how awesome Transit CNMI is. And we're not the only ones who think so. They won as an award as the top rural public transportation service in the entire United States. Is that awesome? How about that? Special Assistant Camacho Meritita and her team are just killing it. And that's our hometown team getting it done for you. Transit CNMI giving you a ride. And by the way, if you haven't been on those buses, you're missing out. They're clean, they're new, they're air conditioned. Gotta love that. That's good enough, right? Free Wi-Fi. That's right. Don't worry if you don't have load on your phone anymore. You can get free Wi-Fi. So you can actually be messaging people on the other bus like, hey, what'd you up to? Hey, want to meet in Garapan? Whatever you want to do, you can do that over there on Transit CNMI. It's a great thing, and it's only going to keep expanding. It's going to eventually go to all of the CNMI, all the different islands, and it's going to be golden. All right, so we're going to make our way around. We've got our guests are starting to make their way into studio. By the way, you got the whole team coming today? Just two of us. Just two of you? Perfect. We got it set up just for that. And they're actually going to perform that song today, just the two of us, building castles in the sky. We'll hear that later today. But the folks from Fish and Wildlife, today they're going to be talking about fish, but over the weekend they'll be talking about the wildlife in Garapan. That's what everybody's going to be doing at the softball tournament, whether you're up at Capitol Hill or over here at Tonco and Tongay Field. It's going to be a blast. We'll try to get a couple of quick hits in here, but first let's take a look at all you guys in the comments. And Atal, great to see you this morning. Thanks for tuning in. Oh my gosh, you switched from cats to fish? I love it. Well done. Earthquake, it should be with an F, man. You got to localize that spelling. And it says, shout out to Tinian's mayor to be Antonio San Nicolas Borja. That's awesome. Holy cow, Harley, Eric in the house. Good morning. Great to see you, my brother. Awesome. Always awesome to see you guys. Tobot Castro, the tit man from Dan, getting it done every morning. One of our biggest supporters. We got lots of love for you. Jack Bueckis, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Luisa, oh, you better hit a home run. That's all I got to say. At least a base hit. I got to see it when we're watching the tournament today. It's going to be great. Good morning, Connie Park Baza. Oh, my goodness. Great to see you this morning. I love Bruce in the comments. He said that earlier. He's like, boss, the news said there's no work today. Okay, no, there's really work today. You guys got to go. But you could try it. You could say, hey, Brad said that. You don't have to go. It's the weekend. I'm good to go. Zoe Tudela, I'll tell you about that. He said, hey, morning, any update on that hit and run? Here's the update on the hit and run. I don't have an update on the hit and run. I can tell you that I've been in contact with folks from DPS, and they are working on it. And I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but they are hanging on to some of this info because there's more to it. That's all I can say. There's more to it. What is the more to it? I don't know. They didn't tell me. But I'm not pressing them either, because if they are still working on something, they're not just trying to find out who the driver of the truck is anymore. These guys, they're pretty sharp. They know what they're doing. But there's more to that case, and while they're figuring it out, I'll tell you what, they are going to tell us what it is when they're ready to drop, and we will be the first ones to tell you when that happens, especially with their new public information officer, Freddie Sato, back on the force. That's right, Big Fred is back, and that means the ladies are going to go crazy when we bring him on the show. That's right, Freddie Sato. Don't worry, Raina, it's okay. No, it's going to be fine. It's going to be awesome. But really, it is awesome. Tamara Hunter, good morning to you. I will say good morning to you. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to you and everybody else from DPL getting out here in the morning. I don't see her in the comments, and that's okay, but I know she's here. Gloria Hunter, good morning to you. By the way, we need to take a poll on this. I saw Gloria Hunter on her birthday. We visited her at her house. We went over there, gave her a hug, kiss, and everything. And you wouldn't believe what she told me. What did she say? I'll tell you. She said, I've been making muffins and stuff for you, all kinds of sweets, and my children would not bring them to you. All I could say, you're a bunch of bastards. No, I love you guys, really. But your mom, she's spilling tea on you guys. She's saying that she's making stuff for me, and you're not bringing it? Look, I understand. You might not want to share your mom's love. But I'm here to tell you, I'm in. She loves me. I love your mom. I will share the sweets she makes with me, with you, the stuff she makes for me. But you got to bring it. Either that, or I'm going to start visiting your mom every day just to check if she's making those sweets. And I'll pick them up, and I'm not going to share. No, and you wait till Christmas comes. You find out who's going to get the best birthday gift. Me. Who's she going to ask to sit next to at dinner? Me. Suck it, Glenn. That's my mom now. Good morning. All right, good morning, Sophia. Great to see you, too. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, want to remind you guys, the phone lines are open, 789-2323, 670-789-2323. And a reminder, we are going to have folks from Fish and Wildlife joining with us here this morning. After the show today, we're going to be going to the airport. We're going to be at the ARF conference room. There is a CPA board meeting. There's tons of stuff happening today. And so it's just a matter, hey, good morning. You're okay. So what we are going to end up doing before we get these guys on here, oh, no way. Before we get these guys on the show, we are going to get them set up. So we'll end up taking a break and giving you guys the latest national news. But just to give you a breakdown, here's some of the things that are happening today. We've got the CPA board meeting happening at the ARF conference room. There's a big proclamation signing at 10 o'clock over at PSS that we're not going to be able to make it because we're going to go to that other one. At 11 o'clock, we probably are not going to miss this one too. It's a big proclamation for Cultural Day, and that's something I really want to be at as well. Hold on, I can open it up. This is for Cultural Heritage Month. The calendar events today include at the Carolinian Oot, the official announcement signed by the governor and the lieutenant governor proclaiming September as Cultural Heritage Month. And then it's going to be happening all over the place. There's a big Eucharistic celebration tomorrow at 5 p.m. over at Cristo Rye. And then it all kicks off. Again, every Saturday over the weekend, it's going to be something. So there's going to be the songs and chants going over with cultural artists and dancers all over the place in Garapan. There's going to be a cultural exchange during the month as well. There's going to be a fisherman's commemoration on the 23rd at the 13th Fisherman's Memorial. All Tuesdays and Thursdays at public schools, there's going to be this educational outreach that's happening. There's also going to be the pilgrimage to Managaha. That's going to be a big thing on September 20th for Chief Agrub. And then there's Night. Oh my gosh, really? They're going to have a Night. Is that going to be at the Oot? It doesn't say the location. But they're capping off the month-long celebration with traditional underground cooking with a free sunset concert. That's got to be over by Carolinian Oot, right? Oh, my God. When they're ooming, it is booming. I love it over there. It's great. Yeah, Joshua Brazel says, hey, legend has it Brad Rosala never leaves his office. Yeah, good morning. That's a fun fact.
It's true. I don't. I'm actually stuck here all the time, morning, noon, night. I do get out here sometimes, and I find out that I have a better day when I get out here. So that's one of the reasons why we're going to be heading out to CPA right after this, heading up to the airport to get that for you. All right, so is there anything else right before we take that break? We got another press release that just came out about, this is going to be so cool. All right, we'll tell you about that in a little bit. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take this break, and then when we come back, we're going to have our guests from Department of Fish and Wildlife in here. And what are they going to talk about? Ooh, cliffhanger, right? All right, so let's get you we're going to take a real quick break. We're going to get you the latest news, and we'll be back with more right after this. Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. Got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community health mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
All right, Marianas, good morning and welcome back. It is 8:10 in the morning. It's Friday. These guys are in studio and they are ready to take the weekend off, I'm sure, but they still got a little bit of work to do. It's going to be a great start to the day already with everything that's happening, but hearing about what's happening with Fish and Wildlife is going to be great. Hey, by the way, in case you're wondering, it is beautiful outside and softball tournament is still a go. It's 84 degrees outside here at the Saipan International Airport. Now there is a 30% chance of rain, but hopefully it's not like island wide. Maybe it's just somewhere that doesn't involve softball and it'll work out for us. But that's for later. As for right now, we've got some great guests in studio with us and they're about to introduce, oh geez, that music could be a little bit too loud. Ooh. I like that too, but I got to turn that off. All right, we're going to have our guests introduce themselves here from Fish and Wildlife. I want to say welcome to the show.
Hello. Good morning. Morning.
All right, so people are like, how did you get these cool people from Fish and Wildlife in here? I got to see you guys while you're out and about in the wild, so to speak, at the big international fishing tournament that we had. And I'm like, what is going on over here? You got so much going on. So can you tell everybody who you are and what you do?
Sure. Good morning. My name is Kina Leon Guerrero. I'm a fisheries biologist at the Division of Fish and Wildlife. I manage the Life History program as well as the FAD program that we have there.
Good morning. My name is Hallie Martineau. I'm also a fisheries biologist at Fish and Wildlife, and I manage the tagging program, and I'm also working with the toxicology that we have going on.
All right, now when I heard Fish and Wildlife was doing something involving tagging, I thought this is the wildlife, like where you're playing tag with the fish. Like, how do you get them trained to know the rules of tag? Like, do they go to home base right away? No. All right, so this is the bad joke. And also, can you tell us a little bit about like the tagging? Like, how do you do it and how does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the tagging, we're going out and we are, catching fish, rod and reel, and we're also using a drag net at the moment. We have a special permit for it. So we're collecting fish. This is an external tag. So this gets put into kind of like a clothing tag gun, and it shoots out this little tag, and it's called an anchor tag. So the anchor, this little T part on the bottom, goes in between the spine of the fish, and it anchors in essentially. So if you see a fish with this on, you'll see it perfectly. It has the CNMI DFW phone number on it. And it also has an identification on it. So what we do is we're going around the lagoon. We've also tagged some in southern Saipan as well, all the way in the bottom. We tag them, we release them, and then we wait for fishermen or fisherwomen to catch them and hopefully give us the data. So this project relies heavily on the community, so on the people that are out there fishing, whether it's for recreation or commercial. That's where we get our data from. So we're going out and doing the hard work, and then when people go and catch the fish, that's when we need the information.
What is the information that you want to get?
Sure, so when we're actually tagging the fish, we're recording the species, the location, the length, the weight if we can get it as well, and then the identification number. So then when someone catches that fish, we are looking for most of that information. You know, the GPS location would be great, or just a general location of where they catch it, the identification number, and then if they have any sort of measurement on the fish as well. And we're able to kind of compare if the fish grew, if the fish moved around. So that's the main purpose of the project.
So I don't know if you guys know fishermen, but if you're asking them to talk about the length of their fish, I mean, like, oh man, this hongun was like 50 inches long. It was giant.
Well, so we hope to get photos with that fish. Okay. Or like on your measuring board, like on your cooler. You can also call us and we can go measure the fish for you. But we don't want the fish. So that's like a main thing I want to talk about is I don't want the fish. You keep the fish. I just need the information. Even if that length is a little bit off, if it's caught in a different location, that can tell us a lot too. So we're just happy if people actually catch the fish.
Me too.
Yeah. So we've been out there catching fish. Actually, you'll see us on Beach Road now. We've been doing the net. So we got a special permit. We're doing a drag net. It's about 150 feet long, 3.5 feet high. So it's not very big, but we're catching a lot of fish in the lagoon, and we're also able to identify and different fish that we don't usually see when we're out there with rod and reel. So that's been pretty cool too. So when you see us out there, yeah.
There we go. I could put them up to this camera a little bit while you guys are talking about this. Well, so what's on here? It's got the number. By the way, if the fishermen who catch this, okay, so it's got the number on the tag itself, and that's it. So there's
there's a phone number. Yeah. And then there's an identification number.
It says reward.
It does.
What is a reward? So I was thinking about it, like if you guys are having trouble getting feedback from the fishermen, for foul balls at the baseball, they give out fruit cups for Little League kids or ice cups. And then at night, it's Kool-Aid jammers, for kids who return foul balls. What is the reward?
So we are making a shirt. It's like a fishing shirt, like the nice cooling material, and it'll have like we have a lily look on the back, and it'll have a tag on it as well, and it'll have like our sport fish restoration.
You're
logo.
Tagging the fishermen too? The fish okay, sorry.
No, but yeah, so we're making the shirts for the fishermen. It's the first 50 fishermen, fisherwomen who give us the information. So far we have had no recaptures, but this project will be going on for a while with the external tagging. The purpose is to tag as many fish as possible just to higher that probability of getting recaptures.
So let's think about that. When you're talking about doing this, how many fish are you guys trying to tag?
So far we've tagged just a little over 200, but in reality, we need to tag thousands.
Really?
Yes. And this is all food fish, just to clarify. It's all fish that people normally eat, all different sizes, mainly in the lagoon. But yeah, so we will be tagging lots and lots of fish.
And that's just and so you're trying to find out like how big they grow, how far away they move from where you caught them.
Yeah, exactly. So we are also tagging in the MPA, so in Monongahela. So with that altogether, when a fish is recaptured elsewhere from the location that we tagged it, we can see if they're moving, why they're moving. They could be moving for food reasons, for reproduction. Maybe there's like a spawning event that we don't necessarily know about. Maybe we think the fish is more predatory and stays in one location, but in reality, it actually swims a lot farther than what we think. Wow. And then for the marine protected areas, we're able to see if, the adult fish or the larger fish are actually overflowing from that protected area. So it provides a lot of good information.
All right, this is a little bit off topic. You guys weren't planning on talking about this, but I'm going to ask you about it, man. Can we put bounties on triggerfish? Can we just start like putting them out there wanted? That guy, because they get me. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, a lot of the time we catch more triggerfish than we catch the food fish that we want to tag. So
they catch me.
Yeah.
How about like lionfish? I won't get too far away from the program, but oh, geez, that's the alarm if you start getting away from what you guys want to talk about. But there's this video I see this guy online doing reef stuff, not here, but getting lionfish and just getting them with like a Hawaiian sling and then putting them in a bag and saying, hey, they're not really good to have around. Is that something that would be encouraged here as well?
No.
I'm assuming Florida.
That seems like Florida. So lionfish in Florida are invasive, and they have rewards for that. There's a lot of actual animals in Florida that are invasive, and they have rewards.
The people are
Hey. I'm from Florida.
Oh, no. Have you not heard of the term Florida man?
I know, but I'm not crazy, I promise. But no, lionfish here are actually native. So that's why you won't see them in such abundance as you do in Florida. They're invasive. They don't have any predators really in Florida, so they're just overpopulating. They're eating all the other fish, so that's why you'll see those videos. Here you won't.
And those videos, you see them sling like 5 in a row, and they put it in the bag, and they're not afraid because they don't have any predators there. That's why they're invasive, and they keep reproducing. So
yeah.
Okay. Well, are there any of those kind of things? How about I heard the crown of thorns. Is that one that we are cool with stabbing?
So crown of thorns is
I'm not a serial fish stabber. All right.
The crown of thorns is, I believe, it's also native, even though it does, does some questionable things. But in the environment, you do need kind of a balance. So you need your things that are keeping everything else in balance. So crown of thorns, we don't really, Keen and I don't necessarily deal with because we do mainly the fish stuff, but we do have a couple other guys in the office. We don't have any projects necessarily going on right now with crown of thorns. But
I believe BCQ?
BCQ might, yeah.
There was a training I remember going to, and they also needed to have a permit to inject to
remove,
to manage them. So,
but we do not recommend going around and stabbing crown of thorns.
Yeah,
please don't do that.
Okay. All right. So, by the way, just to get to some of the comments, JJ is saying, "Oh yeah, pan size." Then, do you get penalized if you catch that tagged fish? Is what Connie says. Sounds like just the opposite.
Yeah, no, does not matter the size of the fish. We're not enforcement, for one. You are not to get penalized. We want to know the information. Like, I depend on the community to provide that information to me. So, no, we will be jumping for joy if you provide that information.
Another thing, sorry, real quick too, that I remember in the past, sometimes algae and stuff will grow on the tag, so it might look like a parasite or a parasitic thing on the fish. If you just maybe wipe the slime off, you'll see the pink tag. And
it's a good point.
Yeah.
Nice. And they're all pink?
No. So I was about to say, right now they are. We have more coming in, and there'll be different colors, and there'll be different colors based on the location that we tag them in. But right now they are all pink.
Awesome. JJ said, and this is more of a comment, said, should penalize the fish markets if they're selling fish that are too small. It's good. JJ also said, hey, for the ladies who don't understand, when it comes to fish, size does matter. That's great, JJ. You're the man. Then Harley says, hey, are they doing a capture, mark, recapture to get data for population size aside from the migration patterns?
Yes.
That is a pretty specific question, Harley. You must know your stuff.
Yeah, mark recapture is the main thing with the tagging project. So the moving around and the recapture, it'll tell us a lot. So yeah, we are collecting that information. We're also collecting catch per unit effort data. So when we do catch fish, we are marking down, those trigger fish that we aren't necessarily tagging. When we do the net, we're marking down every single fish that we catch in that net. And that'll help us with fish population as well. And with our different projects in the office too, we have in water surveys where we're able to compare the data that we see in the water to the locations that we're doing the surveys and catching the fish, and kind of work on that with the population and see what's going on.
So have you guys, I know it's super early in it, but have you gotten any data back that you're able to use already?
No recapture data yet, but like I said, just collecting that data of what we're catching and how much we're catching is valuable information. Because we're out there with rod and reel or the net, we're able to see, a lot of times we're able to catch things that we might not see when we're in the water as well. So when we're doing in-water surveys, we're in there for a certain amount of time, we're counting the fish that are around, but a lot of those predatory fish, so a lot of the like mafuti, the lily look, that we might catch with rod and reel, we won't necessarily see when we're in the water. So we are collecting a lot of good, valuable information.
For me too, the interesting things is seeing the different stages of like juvenile fish, because when we're out there, scuba diving and counting all the fish, it's hard to really sit there and just look at every fish individually, look at the patterns on the fish, see like, oh, whoa, this fish had a black dot here and this one has a white dot, and like they look really similar. But yeah, taking pictures and looking at the different juveniles and that we'd normally see fish that are like this big.
Yeah.
We're seeing them like this small.
Oh, that reminds me of a joke. Did you hear about the one-armed fisherman?
No.
He caught a fish this big.
Good one.
That's terrible. It's terrible. So anyway, back to normal. All the species that you're trying to get, can you go through and like which ones that you're tagging and everything again?
All food fish, so a lot of it is opportunistic. We're catching trevallies, all different kinds of emperors, so mafuti, lily look as well, groupers. We will tag ones that some people might eat and some people might not, like barracuda. We did catch one in our net the other day. We tagged it. Goatfish. What else? Parrotfish. Parrotfish are the harder ones to catch, but Yeah, so really it's opportunistic.
They're delicious.
Oh, yeah.
They're so good. One of my fish friends has told me, he's like, dude, you're not supposed to eat those fish. I'm like, you have not lived here. This is a great fish to eat.
That's what she first asked when she moved here. She was like, you guys eat those? I was like, dude, we eat them.
Yeah, in Florida, it's not a thing.
Really?
In the States, yeah, eating parrotfish, no. But then coming here, you see people eating it. I eat it. It's delicious. I don't see why we're not eating it elsewhere.
I caught a giant parrotfish that my wife still makes fun of, saying it's not this big. It was, okay, it was, but I was aiming at a bigger fish, and I got this smaller one.
You got something.
Yeah, I did. We ate a snack because of it.
Nice.
It was fantastic. All right, so catching these food fish. Now, this is good for me. Are there fish out there like that? A lot of people that you can't eat.
So,
when you say can't, do you mean like it'll get you sick?
Yeah, or kill you or something.
Oh,
well, I don't know about kill, but I've heard stories. People eat, some of the really big red groupers, the really big ones, and you can, get ciguatera, the mercury buildup and stuff from those fish. But I haven't eaten them, so I haven't gotten sick from that. But I've heard from people that they've gotten sick eating.
The same with barracuda. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Barracuda, that also has ciguatera. A lot of people do eat it though, so it kind of depends.
So what is that?
Ciguatera.
Yeah.
It's like
an 80s rock band.
It's a bacteria.
My understanding is that like bigger fish that eat a bunch of smaller fish, the buildup of mercury builds up in their body, and then
now I'm like
you eat their meat and then you get sick.
What is it? I know what it is and I'm blanking out at the moment, so I apologize. But it is something that'll get you really sick. It's a seafood, like it's not necessarily like transferred between fish or anything, but like she said, there's a buildup in predatory fish mainly.
So basically, they eat fish that have smaller amounts of it, and it stays in them, and they continue to eat those fish, and it builds up in their system. And then if we eat them, then that transfers to us.
The ciguatera, so the mercury as well. There's mercury buildup, so the predatory fish also. I believe mercury might be different now. Wow, I'm really questioning everything. But yeah, so it just
builds up. We'll get back to you.
We'll get back to you on that one.
Sounds good.
But I will say for the toxicology stuff, we are actually we partnered with BCQ, and they're working with the EPA and doing a national coastal condition assessment, where they're testing water around Saipan, and then we're also collecting fish around Saipan to do the toxicology to figure out, if there's certain fish species that do have high levels of mercury specifically to Saipan, and then other like man-made chemicals that might be building up in the fish too.
Yeah, we just did that thing in Memorial Park where they uncovered all those explosives and like this Japanese bunker that had the crates of mines and small arms and mortars and 20 millimeter rounds, grenades, all that stuff. And that must have gotten into the water somehow. And that's right over there. Nobody knew it was there until it happened. So I imagine there's got to be more of that.
Yeah, probably. But
another question from Harley said, would you consider doing a QR code so that the form is ready to be filled, or would the QR code be fade over time? They're thinking about on the tag.
Oh, on the tag.
Oh,
that'd be really small. The tag is really small, so I don't know if we.
Or you could just support the local economy by having local tattoo artists put on a QR code on each fish that you catch. No.
So there is no QR code on the tag itself, but we do have posters around. So we did go around to fish and tackle stores, local stores where people would go to get, fishing equipment, and put these posters around. And these posters do have a QR code on them. And that QR code does have a form, and it has more information. So there's only so much information I could put on the poster, right?
I love these, by the way. If it said wanted, I would love it even more.
I did have that on there, but it made a little.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Wanted. Have you seen this fish? Can you send these to me, or did you?
You can keep them.
No, I mean like the digital files, because I can post these up.
Oh yeah.
And I can have them on the show like right now. If you guys send them to me, if you can't get them to me now, that's okay. Just later, and I can post them on our site.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
This is super cool. All right, so again, all the information that they want is on these posters, and we're going to post them on there. So you got it, Frank. You're welcome. So it is, they want to know the location where the fish was caught, and GPS if you've got it. The tag number, which is CNMI DFW, it's written on the tag. And if you need reading glasses, you're going to need them for this one. It's pretty small. And the length from the tip of the mouth to the fork of the tail. So that's like the base of it or the longest part? No? Okay.
Between the two.
Okay.
So if this is the tail.
Great. Also, the weight and fishing method used, how you caught them. And then a photo. If you could take a photo of it with the tag attached showing the tag number, they would definitely want that. So that's for all of the fish, same info. And you can actually call them or text them with that information. Speaking of text, I know we can't really text photos, but do you guys have a WhatsApp with this number also? So you can WhatsApp it to 287-0213, 670-287-0213. And you can also scan the QR code that's on these. So when we post them, you'll be able to see that as well. So in case you're got to find it, you can do it that way. So that's a little something extra. This is so cool. I love the idea. Have you, when you do those outreach events, like when we saw you at the fishing tournament, did you get a lot of interaction with the fishermen and folks? Did people know that you guys were doing this?
Yeah, so for the International Derby, there's not really, you're catching the larger fish and we don't necessarily tag those, but it is good to meet the fishermen, to kind of be in that community. We tend to attend most of the derbies and the signups as well. So we can meet the fishermen, let them know what's going on beforehand so they are aware that if they do catch a fish and it is covered in algae and it looks like a parasite, it's a tag. But yeah, so we do attend.
We just did the Mafuti Derby registration and they obviously are fishing for what we're tagging. So there was a lot of interaction. They were taking pictures of the posters and, we're showing them the tags so they know what it would look like on the fish. So yeah.
So most of these, when I was a reporter for the newspaper doing sports stuff, I ended up going to the Saipan Fishermen's Association meeting. And they told me then, they're like, Brad, 95% of the fishermen here don't have boats. So are these fish that people need a boat to go out and catch, or are these things they're catching on the coastline?
Yeah, they can catch it on the coastline. Most of the fish that we're tagging are in the lagoon. And when we're using the net, we're catching smaller fish that people can just catch straight off the shoreline. So no, you don't need a boat. All of these fish, there's a variety. Some of them you mainly catch with spears, some of them you mainly catch with rod and reel, some of them just offshore with the net. So there is a combination.
Here's another one. This one's from Bruce. It says, question, does Fish and Wildlife require a special permit for saltwater aquarium hobbyists?
For collection, I believe you do need a permit, and that is with enforcement. We don't know the exact rules of that, but you will need, even government agencies will need a permit to collect anything in the water that they're keeping in their aquariums.
Awesome. So that goes for your mermaids too, Bruce. You're right. All right, let's see if there's anyone else in the comments about that. All right, so how long does this study go? Is this indefinitely, or is this going to be an ongoing project?
I hope for it to be an ongoing project. Hopefully next year we can do some more outreach. We'll have people who have already recaptured fish in the community. But yes, it will be a continuing project. Eventually we plan on acoustically tagging fish, so it'll be a kind of a separate thing from this. The tags will be internal instead of external, and they'll be in a specific location with more advanced.
Is that the Lionel Richie project where you're like, hello?
Kind of, yeah, just the fish.
So stupid, I know.
But we plan on tagging the fish for as long as we possibly can.
And the success of the project heavily relies on the people, the community, and getting the tags back, if they catch any, obviously.
So when you get all this information, what do you hope to learn out of this kind of stuff? What are you going to do with it?
We hope to learn more about our food fish and fisheries management. So the whole point of collecting this information is to understand where our food fish are going, understand if there is, a specific species that is being depleted, or maybe they migrate more than we know. So, but we think they're being depleted, but really they're just moving to a different island. So getting this information will help us with fisheries management and understanding our food fish here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't see them on here. Like, I don't see the parrotfish on here, but I mean, are they, some of those, is it like reef fish that you're going for or not going for? Or like, is it anything? I mean, what are you tagging?
Anything that you would eat. So a lot of them are reef fish.
No, that's a parrotfish.
Yeah, there's like he's
Like
on there.
right there.
He's
It's just
really
not
small.
as colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the size of the one I caught, probably. That's why I couldn't see it. All right. Yeah, so I think this is really fascinating, the idea that you're going to catch them, tag them, and go out there. There's no little transponder or receiver or anything on there. You just want to find out where they're going and like how big they get, like by the time you caught them. So when you catch them, you're taking all those measurements for that specific one already. You compare them against what it is based on how long it grew this size over this amount of time, and all this other stuff went from this place to the other place.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Or maybe it didn't grow at all. So.
All right, so here's a question for you guys. Have you caught a fish that you've already tagged?
Not yet.
No?
Not
we haven't
yet.
either.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Like, for re-tagging, would you tag him twice? You know, we got this guy. This is Ralph. He's not a great swimmer. Or, you know, Peter the parrotfish. He's not a good swimmer. We got him twice. Yeah.
We wouldn't re-tag it, but we definitely get all that information again. We'd measure it again, weigh it again.
Yeah, and then release it again and hope someone else catches it.
It would be cool to get like multiple. Like there's a little Rasta fish out there with all those long dreads of tags out there having a good old time. All right. So just while we've got you guys here, so you guys fisheries biologists. So how did you get into this, Kina?
So I was born and raised here. I'm from Saipan, and growing up by the water, it's almost inevitable. I believe actually in the 3rd grade, they had like an outreach at Hyatt. At the time it was at Hyatt, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, whoa, I could do this for work? Like I could do this? Like they're doing it, so I could do it. So then since then I pretty much was like, oh, I want to be a marine biologist. And it was a very vague, like marine biology is there's a bunch of different branches under marine biology. And so it wasn't until I was in college that I knew exactly what field within marine biology I wanted to pursue. And it was because I did an internship here at MES, and it was a life history lab, and we're cutting fish up and collecting their otoliths to determine their age, and gonads to determine their sexual maturity. And then I was like, whoa, like, yeah, I want to do this. So then I continued and finished school, and then I pursued my master's to do life history analysis. So yeah.
It's awesome. And so now you're in the water, you're underwater a lot. You were talking about scuba diving and stuff like that. So I imagine you get to do some recreational diving too, but are you ever really turned off?
We every time I dive, it's for work. So I haven't recreationally dived in a while.
So you're doing it a lot?
We dive, well, it depends on the season too. Some weeks we dive 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
Some weeks we're not diving at all. So, and for our projects, like it's mostly snorkel, spear,
and fishing.
Which
yeah,
I'm happy about too.
Snorkel, spear, you're spearing them? I love it.
Yeah. For the life history project, we do spear the fish. Yeah.
And when you're out there, you're going for the bigger ones.
Well, we want to understand. So just like understanding like the fish's behavior, we want to understand the fish's life history, which is how long do they live, how fast do they grow, what size do they reach sexual maturity, what age do they reach sexual maturity. So we would want to understand the fish's life from as small as they are and how big they are. So you want to kind of capture the range of sizes for that species, for that. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, we'll ask one more question. We were talking about fish that we don't like. How about stonefish?
Ooh. I'm scared of them.
I am too.
I'm scared.
I have heard tales of how bad it is.
And they're creepy looking. And you won't, like, we were scuba diving one time, and it was I think we were just practicing fish ID because we weren't doing surveys, but I was like, la, 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 la. And then my coworker was like, oh. And I was like, what? And I didn't see it at all until it was like right there. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like I didn't see it at all. And so Yeah, that was scary.
Well, I saw one on the tank, and I didn't think that was a thing. And because I walk on that tank, and everything. There's all kinds of fish around it. Oh, beautiful, But I make it a point of like stick my face in the water first to see like, can I put my hand there? Is that a safe place and all that stuff?
Yeah, smart.
And I saw curled up like kind of in this one little recessed spot where I would normally have just stepped or something. Like, holy cow, that would be awful.
Yeah.
So what happens if you get up close and personal with a stonefish? What happens if you touch one of those guys?
Oh, it'd be super painful.
It would be really painful. I don't necessarily think you'll die, but
you'd get a reaction for sure.
Yeah.
Your hand will probably swell up if you touch it with your hand. I personally have not stepped or touched one, so I don't really know how my body would react. But yeah, it would not be pleasant. I definitely would go to the hospital afterwards.
Because you never know what your reaction's
to be
gonna
safe.
be like.
Yeah.
So those stabbable?
Oh yeah, because they have like those huge spines on their back that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, is that like that guy with the video with the parrot or the lionfish? Can you go out there and do that for stonefish?
Oh no. I would just leave them alone.
Yeah. Just look at them.
I don't.
And just swim by.
And they let you get as close as you want because they know, but it's not gonna be eating
They have toxins. They're ready. They're ready to protect themselves.
Camouflage, really good camouflage. It's scary.
No, they look like
cool.
like stones.
Yeah.
All right, Holly, how'd you get into all this stuff?
Similar to Kina. I mean, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Florida, but every summer we went to the Keys. I was in the water. I was fishing. I was snorkeling. I'm very much into it, and I feel very lucky that I knew what I wanted to do from a young age. So, same. I went and got my marine biology degree. Also didn't know what I wanted to do. I worked more with invertebrates and oysters specifically. Got my master's. It questioned me a little bit more on what I wanted to do. I thought it would help me out. It didn't. It just made me more confused because it is so broad.
Yeah.
Like, depending on where you're studying too, they have like specialties. So where I was, it was corals and some fish. But then I found this job. I can't even remember where I found it. The job description looked awesome. It was like a dream job to me. Googled where Saipan was because of course I didn't know where it was, and here I am. So yeah, I mean, I've known I wanted to be in this field for a while, so it's really nice.
When did you get out here?
Last December.
Not even a year.
Man.
So not even a year, yeah.
No kidding. And it's like bathtub water out there all the time. It's like the Gulf side, right? Would you say that?
Yeah, it's very similar to the Gulf.
All right, so who do we got? We got some other folks in the comments. So Bruce said he asked that question about the saltwater aquarium hobbyist. He said, I just wanted to know if Brad needed a permit to eradicate the triggerfish. Thank you, Bruce. And then this is great. I love this, Tobot. This is more of like a song reference. He's like, started from Taladza, now we spear. I like that. That's great. Bruce says, Brad wants triggerfish tagged and deported. That's right. There you go.
You've been attacked a lot, it sounds like.
These are good folks. I love these guys. You mean by the
triggers?
Yeah, so by the way, it turns out triggerfish, they talk a little bit of smack. So
they like dart at you.
Oh, yeah. And so I should get PTSD for this story. So there was this swim they have here called the Meek and Mighty. So they have like a shorter distance and a longer distance. So I'm doing the longer distance, like 5K swim. And it's doing 5 loops around this course by PIC. They've got those buoys out there. And I was making this lap around, and all of a sudden I thought, I turned around, and like it got me. And it was a triggerfish. And I know what triggerfish it was, because it was still looking at me. He's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, whoa, you can't punch a fish. It's not going to work. So I'm like, son of a fish. So I go out there, I do another loop, same spot.
Yep.
Got me again.
Because they're super territorial. That's why.
And he's like right there. He does the same thing. I'm like, making my underwater angry sound at this fish. Like, darn it. I'm like, hey, you guys, if you catch a fish, you bring it to me. I'll give you $10. I think a triggerfish. Don't do this. I'm not opening this up today. I haven't been swimming for a while, so I'm safe. But like, it really bothered me. I
get scared when we're diving. and I see them, the Titan triggers, and I'm like,
those
ooh.
things are massive, and they got teeth. I have never gotten it from them, thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to take a piece of you probably, too, right?
Yeah.
And that would probably invite other bigger fish. Looks like Brad's on the table. No, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who's gotten nipped by a Titan trigger?
No, not a Titan.
I don't believe so.
No. Yeah.
No, we see them from afar, and we just keep an eye on them.
They are like showing off their grills as they're swimming around. They just leave the mouth open like, this is coming. You want to mess with it, you got it.
SpongeBob
They're just showing off
SpongeBob. How much did SpongeBob play a part in you wanting to be a marine biologist?
0.
Not a lot, but then you realize how much it is like actually accurate. Like plankton is a copepod.
Yeah. Well, wasn't
like
the guy
a real
that created? I believe the guy that wrote SpongeBob was a marine biologist.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So even the way like the oyster or the clams, or
yeah,
the
swimming,
the way they swim,
yeah,
they go. Poop, 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 poop. That's real.
How do they go?
Yeah.
That is really cool. I definitely like it. Can you guys confirm that the ocean is no place for a squirrel?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you could try it, but.
Yeah, Sandy, she wrote a whole song about it. It is a beautiful country song, Sandy Squirrel. It is Sandy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which, by the way,
she's a scientist too.
I didn't think about Sandy. Like, that's a perfect name for a
Sandy
squirrel.
Cheeks is her last name too.
Can we say people from Texas? I'm like, okay, all right, let's get away from SpongeBob a little bit. All right, so fish tagging is going on. If you catch a fish that's got one of these tags, call the number that's on it and give them the information that they've got. They want to know where you caught it, the tag number, how big the fish is, how much it weighs, and how you caught it. And if you can, take a picture of it and send it to them as well. I know you won't memorize this just yet. We're going to put this stuff on there, but the phone number, you can even WhatsApp it at 287-0213. I'm laughing because Ann just put a SpongeBob gif on there with Patrick. And then there's Sandy Squirrel, Sandy Cheeks. She's on there right now. She is so fast at putting that stuff up there. She's great. Yeah, so.
Did you want to talk about that?
If we have time, yeah.
We got time. We got all day. We're going to be here for the whole weekend just for you guys.
Oh, sweet.
Whatever you got. What else you got going on?
We can keep talking.
Well, because I also manage the FAD program, which is a fish aggregating device program. And so we go out and we deploy those big yellow buoys that attract fish so that if they're going out and they're trolling, they can catch some mahu around there. And so we just deployed, so there's one in Tinian, and we just deployed 2 in
Don't tell them. Just tell me.
June in northwest of Saipan, but we already lost one. We went and tried to look for, it's called LL. They have double letter names as identifications. And so LL, which is more north than KK, is missing at the moment. So it's a bummer. But we're planning to deploy another 2 down in Rhoda soon, hopefully. And so we're just trying to.
Well, I know where JJ is. He's in the comments. But these fads are really cool. So we were speaking with the governor, and that was one of the asks he said he had of the military about supporting that program, maybe deploying some of those devices. Do they work with you guys directly at all, or do they would they set those things out on their own?
The military?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't worked with them at all yet, but we have the material. We have the buoys and the rope and the chain, because it's a whole thousands of feet of rope, and there's like a 1-ton anchor.
Wow.
And so we put out bids to see who can, because for a while we were struggling to find people who can deploy, but we actually just deployed this year, so I'm hoping we can. Oh, and we're actually got the contract going for the next 2. So if it'd be easier to work with the military to get it deployed, then I'd be happy to do that. I'm just trying to get them out there. It's a whole long process, so that's why.
It's a big. Those things work. So I didn't know that this was a thing, but when there's just open water, there's not a whole lot going on. But if there's something there, it's like the field of dreams of fish.
Yep.
If you build it, they will come.
Like a structure, like whoa.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that in years. Yeah.
There's a pole.
Yeah.
So it's rope that you use? It's not, or
so
is it a chain or?
Yeah. So it's like huge buoy, about like maybe 20 feet of chain, and then there's like half of the rope is sinking rope to hold the top part of the buoy down, and then half of the rope is floating rope to keep the chain and all that stuff from the anchor up off the ground. So
it's not dragging all over.
Yeah, it's not dragging all over the place. So yeah, it's like sinking rope, floating rope, chain, anchor.
So when you lose it, is it because like storms come through, it's more than it can handle and it just rips it?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's what happened with LL because we put it out in March and then we had those big weather systems up north and then, like, gone.
And how deep is the water?
Pretty deep. LL, I'm trying to remember the exact length of, there's roughly maybe 2,000 feet of rope. Because you want some slack, obviously. It's going to be within like 1 mile radius of where we deployed it, like the coordinate where we deployed it. Because if there's no slack, it's just going to break off right away. But even with the slack, we lost it.
Well, no, so I'm wondering, it's like, so you can't reuse that anchor. You can't dive that deep.
So yeah, so the goal, so Gigi's been up for a while, and we go and we observe like how much wear and tear is going on the anchor because the chain will literally like saw through the eye of the buoy and then it'll like get loose and then just drop. So we'll go and we'll replace the buoy or the chain, and so that the chain and the rope we don't have to replace it every time we deploy. We just change the buoy or the top buoy and chain and then we come back, and yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, but like a 1-ton anchor, probably not that easy to come by.
Yeah.
Definitely not easy to deploy. So that one that was out there for the one that's missing, you just got to get a new one, right?
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get, like 12-strand rope, because that will hopefully will do better next time, because the one in Tinian is super old and has 12-strand rope. The one we just deployed was the 3-strand rope.
Oh, well, that's like 9 less strands.
Yeah. And so the thought was to reduce the amount of waste we're putting out. But I'm like, if we're deploying these 3-strand ropes 3 times a year, then really how much waste are we putting out there versus 1 12-strand? So,
and it's good for fishermen. Fishermen like these things, right?
They do.
And so it's a buoy. How big's the buoy?
The buoy from like the top of the pipe to the bottom is roughly like 9.5 feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's easy to find?
Yeah, it's bright and yellow. It has the light on top of it because if they're fishing at night, obviously they got to see it so they don't smash into a 9-foot buoy. But it's pretty slender. It's maybe like 2.5 feet wide.
That's 2.5 feet?
I don't know.
Is that how you're telling people you're measuring these fish? No, I'm joking. I'm just teasing. But I'm like, that is a fisherman. Yeah, it's like 2.5 feet.
I was not out like this. Okay, maybe I was like
it's
this.
It's like 2.5 feet.
I was like trying to hug the buoy. But yeah.
This is where it happens. It's marine biologists helping. That's where it goes. So are you guys the ones, I want to make sure I might not be right, but I went out fishing with these guys, and they were going to take us out to this place they called 300 because there was a buoy out there. Are you familiar with this? They call it 300. I don't know if it's 300 feet deep. I don't know what. But there was a buoy.
Yeah.
But it's gone. Oh. Right, at least it was gone the time we went fishing, so it had to get replaced or something. So I didn't know if that was one of your fads that you have.
No, that's probably just a marker for.
Yeah.
That
a buoy.
We didn't.
They might have deployed a fishing buoy if there's a specific pinnacle where bottom fishers know where to go.
They probably did help them with that though, and we weren't here in the office at the time. Maybe.
Yeah.
It is a bottom fishing place for sure.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we can't catch anything out there trolling. We'll just go there because we're going to get a lot of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Bottom fishing's fun.
So I've heard, I haven't gone bottom fishing, but I heard it's great. So I have gone fishing in Poggen, on a boat at night. All you have to do is turn on a light and put something on a hook, and you're coming back with something. You don't have to be a great fisherman to be a great fisherman over there. Yep. Oh my God, it's so good.
Sounds like fun.
Hey, when you guys are doing your studies, I know it's leased out to the military now, but the studies at FDM, is that something that gets contracted for folks to do studies out there, or do you guys do them?
We don't. So, excuse me. So, we don't do research out there. I know there was plans to maybe do some MRA, marine resource assessments out there, but the military, I believe it's called a joint. It's called JRM, I believe, and there's these meetings that sometimes we go to, and they present the research that they've done over there.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure on that one.
Do you guys ever get to go up to the other islands to do surveys and all that?
Yeah, so I've been on a life history with NOAA life history cruise back like 6 years ago. I couldn't do it this year, but yeah, they go up north all the way to Uracas, and I was bottom fishing up there, and it was amazing. It was awesome. Once again, life history.
I haven't been yet, but it's on my list. But NOAA does come out here, I believe, every 4 years with ships, and they do life history, and then they do in-water surveys as well. And they usually take a couple of people from here with them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a good opportunity.
And it's not like a little boat, right? Like so.
It's aircon.
Yes. That's
aircon,
it.
showers.
Aircon. You can get clean.
You're fed.
You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. I would love to do one of those, but I'm not going to be going on that anytime soon. You guys are getting real research done and helping out folks here really understand what's going on with our fish and what we've got. So we'll post these up. If you could message us the digital files, and we'll post them up too. Anything else you guys want to put out?
No.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. This is
awesome. Oh, are you guys? I have seen folks out there when we had there was a floating cow. I think earlier this year, that was a land cow.
We thought it was a whale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I remember Ignacio was there, and we're like, so it's a calf. I'm like, because that's like a baby whale. No, it's like a cow, like a land cow.
Oh.
I'm like, yes, a land cow. All right, cool. Yeah. And that was an interesting thing. I also saw a Corolla fish out in the water this year. Yep.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it happened. There was a Corolla out there. And I saw you guys on the scene. Do you guys respond? Is it maybe not you guys because you're the biologist, but are there other? Do you guys respond to stuff like that when things happen?
Enforcement.
Enforcement usually does, but I know for the almost whale incident, there is a SOP or like a code of practice that we do. If someone else isn't available, then we do go and respond.
In some instances,
yeah.
Bios follow.
I love almost whale incident. I thought so too. We thought it was a whale too. And then the story of that cow was pretty wild too. Did you guys hear about the whole story?
No. Where did it come from?
So that you guys can hear about it. Where did it come from? Another cow. But what happened was it was raising all kinds of havoc on Middle Road. And in the road, and police were trying to corral it in and everything like that. And it was going after them too. It was a mad cow or something. So they chased the cow, followed it all the way down the beach road. And then further down the road from us, you've got the, there's a building, a few, I don't know, about 400 meters south of us. And the cow went in the water. And so they chased it, they followed it into the water. They had their lights on until they couldn't see it anymore. They were out there for a couple hours, and then they're like, well, we can't see this cow. We don't know what to do with it. Then
cows are surprisingly good swimmers.
Yeah.
Until they're not.
Until they're not is right. So that's what ended up happening until it wasn't. And so I'm like, all right, fess up. Somebody shoot that cow. When it was in the water, they're like, no, we did not discharge any. All right, so that's where the cow came from. And maybe it lost its way, couldn't figure its way out.
Did they pull it out, or did they just leave it to Mother Nature?
Maybe it's moored out there somewhere. Oh, I know. No, I
think that's our cue to go.
It is. It's just about that time. It's just about that time. Apologies for all of that. That's how it works, though. So I don't remember if they pulled it out, but I knew that they ended up. I know they were talking about maybe bringing it out or something. They didn't want it to attract other stuff coming in also. And the other thing is, if it was sick or if it died from something, they didn't want to have whatever would eat that stuff too. So I think they ended up pulling it back out and everything like that. So, all right. So that is what we've got for you today. If you guys don't have anything else, I think I'm all out of bad puns. And so that's pretty good. You guys, any shout outs for folks out there who are watching, or people are going to watch this later?
Shout out the fishermen that are going to bring us the tags and information.
That's a good one. And fisherwomen.
And fisherwomen.
All of the above. Yes. Kids too.
Fishers.
Kids.
Fisher kids.
And our team, I guess, if they're watching.
Awesome. Well, they will now. All right. All right. Well, thanks again for being on here.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks to our guests. It was a lot of fun for sure. And my goodness, I'll tell you what, you get used to this job after a while, and you just sit back and you get to talk to cool people and hear about all these cool new things. All right. We're going to come back. We're going to get you guys, we're going to take a real quick break. We're going to get you again the news break again before we get out of here. And then we're going to hop up and we're going to bring you the CPA meeting live from the our conference room. All right, guys, we'll be right back with more right after this.
Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. We've got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
For a motive. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. Minneapolis police say the suspect in yesterday's shooting at a Catholic church was filled with hatred and had become obsessed with the thought of killing children. 2 children were killed, 18 others hurt before the suspect committed suicide.
Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara says investigators have been poring over the crime scene.
3 shotgun shells were recovered, along with approximately 116 rifle rounds.
A live round from a handgun that apparently didn't work was also found. O'Hara said that the shooter left behind writings that showed notoriety was one of the motives for Wednesday's killings.
I'm asking members of the media to stop saying the shooter's name. That was the whole purpose of why he did this heinous act.
The chief also said the shooter had a deranged fascination with other mass shootings.
Fox's Jill Nato. Jesse Merkel lost his 8-year-old son Fletcher in the shooting.
Because of their actions, we will never be allowed to hold him, talk to him, play with him, and watch him grow into the wonderful young man he was on the path to be coming.
And he went on to say he hopes that in time his family can find healing, and he prays that the other victim's family can find some semblance of the same. Jim O'Neill, a top deputy to Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., will serve as acting head of the CDC. Earlier today, Kennedy told reporters,
"The CDC is an agency that is very troubled."
O'Neill replaces Susan Monterez, who was forced out yesterday after disagreement on vaccine policy. A judge has ordered a new trial for 3 former Memphis police officers convicted on federal charges in the fatal beating of Tyree Nichols in 2023 after the lawyers for Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith argued the trial judge was biased against them. America's listening to Fox News.
This is Jimmy Fallon, inviting you to join me for Fox Across America, where we'll discuss every single one of the Democrats' dumb. It's only a 3-hour show. Listen live at noon Eastern or get the podcast at foxacrossamerica.com.
California's governor is expanding efforts to reduce crime.
Governor Gavin Newsom deploying new California Highway Patrol crime suppression teams to work with local law enforcement in cities and regions across the state, including San Diego, Los Angeles, Sacramento, and the San Francisco Bay Area.
These operations will be targeted. They'll be data-driven.
Adding they'll be focused on the basis of intelligence gathering.
And these will be unannounced efforts. Teams, minimum teams of 15. They'll include K-9 teams. They'll include lieutenants, sergeants, and 10-plus officers.
Explaining this is after positive results in Bakersfield, San Bernardino, and Oakland, which has led to over 9,000 arrests, the recovery of nearly 6,000 stolen vehicles, and the seizure of more than 400 firearms. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
The governor also telling reporters California's murder rate is lower than Republican-led states. Prosecutors have decided to drop criminal charges against prominent Miami defense attorney David Macy, who's accused of orchestrating a bribery conspiracy involving 2 former Drug Enforcement Agency supervisors who leaked confidential information. Charges against Macy will be dismissed in a year as long as he doesn't break any laws. Prosecutors offered no explanation, but the judge says it was in part due to what she called his experienced legal team. The economy improved more than first reported in the spring.
Second quarter economic growth has been revised higher. The gross domestic product for the spring quarter rose 3.3%. Corporate profits and consumer spending both rose in the period. The GDP contracted in the first quarter, though that decline is attributed to a surge in imports, which skewed the reading. Also, there's another sign layoffs are subdued. New claims for unemployment benefits declined by 5,000 last week to 229,000. Continuing claims, those remaining on benefits, declined to 1.95 million in the week ending August 16.
Fox's Jenny Casola. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
This is Jason Chaffetz from the Jason in the House podcast. Join me every Monday to dive deeper into the latest political headlines and chat with remarkable guests.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com
or wherever you download podcasts.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Welcome back. 9:09 in the morning. Now you're all caught up with the latest news from around the United States and around the world. And that's going to wrap us up for today. We are all set. We went down to the courthouse earlier this week and found out that the detention hearings to two of the folks from PSS had already been had. We were down there on Wednesday. One was on Monday for Giselle Boutalid, and then on Wednesday for Clarissa Edluan, that they are now free and in the community. They have each paid a bond of $10,000 each, and that's it. So while they wait for trial, the only question is that there was that detention order for Edluan. So we're trying to find out from the what happened. Did she get picked up? So we're going to try to get that info, because she was, again, getting ready to get picked up. There was that deportation order from ICE because she's not a U.S. citizen. So that's kind of a big deal. We'll find out what happened with that. All right, guys, that's what we got for you today. We're going to be on here in a little bit, and we will be at CPA in about 20 minutes from now. And holy cow, very important. Luisa Cabrera's birthday is next Saturday. She said parties at Last Shot, drinks on Brad. Yes, for her, but not everybody else. Maybe Chuck. Deal. That sounds like a lot of fun for next weekend. All right, guys, that's what we got for you today. Have a great day. I hope it's the best one that you had so far. But we're out of here, folks. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. Softball tonight. It is Labor Day. There we go. We're doing it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. See you guys.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, those counting wish. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of year.
Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. With laughter and stories, come what may.